Court is now in session. Richard the Fox is being accused of murdering Sonic the Hedgehog on August 4th, 2011. Are the sides ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution make its opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. At exactly 4:25 p.m., Mr. Sonic the Hedgehog was murdered by Richard the Fox on August 14th of this year. The victim has a shot wound at the stomach and had 4 stabs that was from a sword about 3 inches wide.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. The prosecution may now call its first witness.
The prosecution calls Mr. Silver the Hedgehog to the stand. Looks like Wright is revved up to go on this. I must make no mistake, he is a good lawyer, and hard to beat. May the witness state his name and occupation.
My name is Silver the Hedgehog. I'm from the future. I live with Sonic, Shadow, Richard, and Blaze.
Mr. Silver, can you tell us what happened with Mr. Sonic before he died?
Of course, I was in the simulation room practicing my skills with telekinesis. A few minutes later I heard a scream from Sonic's room. I went up to see what happened and saw Sonic dead in his bed with stab wounds and a bullet to his stomach. I also saw a gun on the floor that looked like Richard's gun, so I called the cops to have him arrested.
Thank you, Mr. Silver. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Silver, did you see anyone upstairs when you was going to Sonic's room?
No, I didn't see anyone else. I only saw Sonic dead.
Then how can you be certain that it was Richard who killed him when you saw no one else?
Because I saw Richard's gun on the floor next to Sonic's bed.
Okay then, does my client use his guns often? Like a regular basis or rarely?
No, I never saw Richard use a gun. He keeps them just in case something really bad happens.
What do you mean by really bad?
As in when he has no other option, he would use his gun to defend himself.
Another question, does my client own a sword?
Yes, but he only uses it when he is a circle.
May we ask, what is a circle? Objection. Your Honor, that question has nothing to do with this case. Resigned. Mr. Silver, did you know why Mr. Sonic was in his room at the time?
Yes, he always goes to his room to watch some TV when all the other rooms are taken.
One more question, was Mr. Sonic depressed / sad / disappointed any time during the week for a while before his death?
No, Sonic was always happy and in a good mood all week. He was never any of those things.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Okay then, does the prosecution have any questions?
Yes, Mr. Silver, where does the accused keep his guns?
He keeps them in his room.
Do you know where he keeps them in his room?
No, he never allows us to be in his room.
No more questions, Your Honor. Damn it, looks like Wright is stepping up big time. I need to call a good witness.
Does the defense have any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, the defense calls Blaze the cat to the stand. May the witness state her name and occupation.
My name is Blaze the cat. I live with Sonic, Shadow, Silver, and Richard.
Ms. Blaze, what was you doing before Sonic was killed?
Well, I was making a sandwich in the kitchen till I heard a scream. I thought that Sonic was watching a scary movie, so I ignored it and went about my business. A few minutes later I hear police sirens and cops at our door.
Did you know what was going on at the point when the cops came?
No, I was confused till Silver told me that Sonic was dead.
May I also ask, where was Richard at the time?
Richard was outside in his hangar where he keeps his plane.
Why was Richard in the hangar with his plane?
He said that he would be in the hangar fixing his plane. One of the 2 engines was not starting. You could see him working on the plane from the kitchen window.
May I ask what type of plane he has?
He has a Dash 8-900. The plane also has 2 machine guns on the top and bottom on it. The guns can only be used on the inside by control panels. Also, the guns can only be active when the plane is on or the key is in the ignition. But he was out, so the guns wasn't on.
Did my client ever go inside of the plane?
He was about to when the cops came and arrested him. He was confused and was also in anger.
May we ask ye, why was he in anger?
Due to him having a Sergal DNA with his Fox DNA mixed together now, his anger has grown more. He also has gotten more violent and thirst for blood has grown. He told me in shadow to keep him from going out of control when he is a Sergal.
Did he try to harm the cops?
No, he was just struggling to get free. He hates being held or forced to go somewhere due to his experience a while ago with humans. But he never tried to hurt any of the cops.
One more thing, is this my client's gun?
Yes.
Is this gun with him at all times?
Only in emergencies.
Does he carry this gun around with him?
No.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Okay then, does the prosecution have any questions?
No, Your Honor. However, I'd like to call a witness that also owns a sword.
And what might that witness be?
The prosecution calls Sorrow the Wolf to the stand. Objection. That person was never there at the time. If he was, we would have found some fur from him. But you fail to realize, Mr. Edgeworth, the victim was stabbed by a sword. This witness owns a sword, so he is still a witness. Damn. May the witness state his name and occupation. My name is Sorrow the Wolf. I'm a wolf/dragon that is the guardian of the gems and lives with Estio, enemy 5, Dustin, and now, Break and Streak. What was you doing before Sonic's death? I was bored, so I went to Dustin, seeing if he wanted to play Halo Reach. Before he could answer, I heard cop sirens heading to Sonic's house. Me and Dustin wondered what was going on. So we went there. Before we could do anything, we was confronted by 2 cops. What did the cops do when you 2 was there? We asked the policeman what was happening. He said that a murder was taking place and we had to go with him to the station. Why did you have to go to the police station? Since I had a sword, though I killed him, but then they realized I lived 2 blocks down from them, so I was let go. Damn. No more questions, Your Honor. I only have one question, Your Honor. Mr. Sorrow, you are good friends with Richard, right? Yes. So if you are good friends with him and Sonic, they wouldn't hurt each other. Right. No more questions, Your Honor.
Okay then, next week we will meet back here at 10 a.m. Session is now dismissed.